If you're experiencing anxiety or panic attacks or depression, or you're having difficulty managing stress, you've clicked on the right video. Hi, I'm Dr. Cori Stern, and this is my channel, Take Control of Your Health. If you have been watching for a while and you're liking my videos and they're helping you and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that now, because it helps with the algorithms and helps more people to find the channel and get help. If you end up liking the material and it helps you, please hit the like button for the same reason. And lastly, and most importantly, if you know anybody that you think will benefit from this information, please make sure to share the video with them. So I'd like to get started by talking about what stress is, why you have these kind of responses that can cause you a problem, and how it can create this kind of chronic anxiety or depression or panic or all of the above, and other symptoms as well, like insomnia and so on. I do want to say I'm well qualified to speak about this topic, both because of my own personal life experiences. I've had an extraordinarily challenging life for many different reasons, but also because I've studied the stress response, and especially in relation to nutrition, for many years. And I help so many people deal with this problem on a daily basis. And lately, it's becoming more and more prevalent. And that's why I'm making this video, because so many people need help with this. So let's begin by talking about what stress actually is, right? And stress is any event, whether it's occurring in reality or if it's just happening inside your mind, a memory or a thought, that causes you to feel threatened or in danger. Okay, so it's literally your perception of something going on, not the thing itself necessarily. All right, now let's give a silly example. I like the example of jumping out of an airplane. So some people do this recreationally. They think jumping out of an airplane is great fun. They enjoy it. So they do it on purpose. Other people, however, would become terrified at the thought of doing something like that. It would cause a huge fear response, stress response, anxiety, and they would go out of their way to avoid it. So the act of jumping out of the airplane is not what's actually stressful. It is your view of it, your perception of that activity. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So let's talk about a situation where the event that's occurring that you're responding in a stressful way to is actually threatening or dangerous. So let's use an example of crossing a busy street, and out of nowhere, a car speeds up and comes at you that you didn't see, and it looks like it's about to hit you, and you have to get out of the way. So in that situation, your life is actually in danger, and your body will go through a series of changes, a stress response, also known as the fight or flight response, in order to help you to survive. So your adrenal glands will release adrenaline, and adrenaline will help speed up your body processes. So it'll increase your heart rate, your respiration rate. It will sharpen your vision. So the increased circulation by your heart beating faster will help your extremities to be able to move faster, so you can actually run out, get out of the way, run faster. This same stress response will also slow down or shut down your digestion, because that's not a necessary function. And when you're in survival mode, not at that moment anyway. This is why, some people literally, lose their, pee in their pants or whatever, pee or poop in their pants when they're really scared. Okay, so that's why that can happen. All right, now that's a normal reaction to almost getting killed. Now, fast forward to later that night, you're laying in bed, you're nice and cozy in your bed, and you're nice and safe under the blankets, and you're trying to relax and fall asleep. And all of a sudden, the memory of almost getting hit by the car just pops up into your mind, and you go right back into that stress response. Okay, so your body doesn't know the difference between the actual event and you laying there thinking about or remembering it, right? You're having a very similar response. Your heart starts racing, and you might feel, nauseated. Whatever dinner you ate stops digesting. So this can happen to people a lot, and it can happen to people all the time. You're just actually not in danger. You're not in real danger. Your life is not being threatened. Maybe you're, running late for work, or you're thinking about whether or not you're going to have enough money to pay a bill, or you're worrying about something that might happen in the future. And your body has this stress response, and you keep having it over and over and over again. And we call that chronic stress, right? So this is to be differentiated from your reaction to something that's going on in your life that's really difficult, right? Let's say you lost somebody close to you and you're feeling really, really sad. You're in grief. That's normal. You're supposed to feel that way, okay? That's not depression. That's a normal response to a loss, or you lost your job, or somebody close to you is sick. Anything like that can make you feel anxious or nervous or sad, or any of those feelings, worried, and that's normal. When you're being chronically stressed about nothing in particular, everything is worrying you, and you're worried all the time, and you're constantly feeling nervous or anxious, and everything is making you anxious, or depressed for no particular reason. There's nothing that you can pinpoint that's actually wrong. You're just unhappy, unmotivated. This is what we're talking about now, okay? When you can't control it, you are feeling this way and you can't get a handle on it. And many times it just gets worse and worse and worse, right? And this can happen to people at any age. I'm seeing a lot of teenagers coming for help with feeling this way. Any age, all age groups. I have a patient that is going to turn 90 very soon that is having this kind of anxiety, all right? So one of the things that can cause this is a history of trauma. Trauma can mean physical or emotional trauma. So bad stuff that's happened to you in the past, whether it's physical or mental or emotional, causes you to have memories, and there are certain triggers. It could be something somebody says, or something that you hear, something even that you smell, or a conversation that you're having. Anything like that can trigger an old response to a previous trauma. Okay, so it's pretty common. Most people actually have this experience. Now, I want to, before I lead into the nutritional component of this and why nutrition is so important in relation to handling anxiety and depression and stress management, before I go into that, I just want to also mention that scars on the surface of your skin can also cause these kinds of stress response, anxiety and nervousness and depression. So I have a whole video just on that topic, how scars, whether they're from surgery or injury, you had sutures, even piercings, can cause these feelings, okay? And there's a really easy fix. I will put a link to my scar video on the description of this one. So if you do have anxiety or nervousness or depression and you have scars on your body somewhere or piercings, you may want to take a look at that video, because that would be easy, an easy resolution. Okay, so now let's talk about these feelings of anxiety and depression in relation to nutrition. And it's really, really simple. When you experience stress, whether it's something real going on in your life or triggers from old traumas, memories that are disturbing, you need more minerals. Okay, minerals are the material that helps your organs to work better, right? So when you're under stress, your organs are having to work harder to support you. Your heart works harder, your brain works harder, your adrenal glands work harder. Everything is stressed, okay? Not just your mind, your whole body is affected by stress. And in order for your organs to meet the demand and help you to survive, they need minerals. Minerals are like the keys that turn on the engine. So without the key, the engine doesn't ever go on, and then things start to go wrong in your body and you start to feel worse. The more stressed you are, the more you need minerals. And if you're not eating them, if you're not getting good quality minerals, the effects of the stress are going to make you feel worse. So where do you get minerals from? Minerals ultimately come from the soil that food grows in. So you get minerals from the food you're eating, whether you're eating plants that grow in soil or whether you're eating animals that eat plants that grow in soil. That's where you're getting the nutrients from. Unfortunately, many people are not eating nutrient-dense food grown in mineral-rich soil. So many people are deficient in minerals to begin with. So you take somebody that's mineral deficient, and then they experience a lot of stress, they're going to become more mineral deficient. And then it becomes kind of like a snowball effect, where you feel worse, you feel more stressed, you become more mineral deficient, and it's a vicious cycle. The other thing that pulls a lot of minerals out of your body is pregnancy. So if you're not taking really good nutrient-dense foods while you're pregnant, you could end up with deficiencies. And there are other things too that can cause deficiencies, but it's mostly not eating nutrient-dense foods. So there is a lot of great nutritional supplements that I use to help people replenish their minerals, and also to help naturally, let's say, manage your symptoms until you're not nutritionally deficient anymore, so that you're not falling apart or unraveling, so that you can function, so you can get through life, so you can focus, right? So I want to go through with you some of my favorite supplements to handle stress and anxiety and depression. Before I do that, I just want to give a shout out to my truth partner, HATS, which stands for Hardcore Awakened Truth Seekers. And this movement was inspired into creation amidst hyper-political division in the last few years to get away from polarization and bring people together across the political spectrum to the truth and a sense of community that allows us to move forward. This movement is making real strides in achieving this vision. It's a wonderful resource for information, and they have a great Telegram channel. If you're on Telegram, look them up. I'll put a link in my description. And they also have a website where they sell really cool products. So I have the sweatshirt that I'm wearing now, this hoodie. I have their t-shirts. I ordered more stuff in different colors because I love the quality, and this is keeping me really warm right now. I have my Hats mug, which I love. And they have yoga mats, they have organic tote bags, they have all kinds of cool things. So check them out to support them and enjoy their wonderful products. Okay, so now let's talk about the supplements that I use most. All right, so number one, my favorite mineral for extreme anxiety and stress, and also helps when you're in severe grief. You've had a major loss and you're really, really, really sad. And that is called Min Chex. Min stands for mineral. And I actually have, my nickname for these is Chill Chex, take a chill pill. So there's just minerals and some other nutrients that help your brain to function better, for your body to relax. None of these things have any kind of chemicals in them, right? They're not addictive. You know, some people are like, oh no, I don't want to take anything because they're so used to thinking in terms of antidepressants or other drugs. These are all made out of food. There's nothing in it but food. Okay, and the other one, its sister mineral, is called Min Tran. So Min Tran stands for mineral tranquilizer, and this is a little bit lighter than the Min Chex. So the Min Chex is for when you have like a lot of anxiety, and this is more for when you're just like very kind of a nervous kind of person, like you're, you know, worrying about everything, you're fidgety. Now you can mix and match all of these, but this is just a little bit less of a physiologic tranquilizer. All right, so these two things I use with my patients all the time. I take this one, my son takes that one. It just depends on your body and what you need. Now, along with minerals, you're going to want to take some good quality fats. Fats are really important for brain function. Your brain is mostly fat. I have a whole video on that topic as well. And fats act like a carrier for the minerals. So the minerals get onto the fat and travel to where they need to go. So some of my favorite fat supports for stress and anxiety. This is called Tuna Omega-3. So it's omega-3 fatty acids. These are all, by the way, from my favorite supplement company, Standard Process. So all the Standard Process ones are available on my website, drcori.com. Click on shop, click on shop Standard Process, and you can order any of these on there. Tuna Omega has a more relaxing effect on you. So the two components to omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA. DHA is more relaxing and EPA is more uplifting. So this is what we call a pro DHA formula. In other words, there's more DHA in this. So I take these two things as a cocktail before I go to sleep every night. I've been doing that for years. Okay. This is the more of the EPA, pro EPA. So this is a different company. It's from Nordic Naturals. This is available, readily available in health food stores, and you can order it online. I don't sell it on my website, but I do use it with patients. So the Pro Omega is really better for people that have more of a tendency toward depression than anxiety, right? So the Pro DHA formula is more relaxing, and this is more uplifting. I call this sunshine for your brain. And then also from Standard Process, we have this hemp oil complex. So This is a pro DHA formula, so it's relaxing and it has also the benefits of hemp. And there's some broccoli in here too, so it's anti-carcinogenic as well. Now, those are the supplements that we use to handle deficiencies, all right, which is very important. If you don't correct your mineral deficiencies and have some good quality fats, you're not going to ever be able to fully recover from chronic stress mismanagement. But now I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use for handling symptoms while you're in the middle of correcting deficiencies. All right, so one of my favorite remedies, and again, this is not from Standard Process, it's from another company, and you can't, you can only get this from a practitioner. It's not on my website. However, if you would like it, you can email me and we can send it to you. So my email will be on the description of this video. This is called Fields of Flowers. And I don't know if you've heard of Bach flower remedies, but basically it's extract from flowers that have a very calming effect. And I always have a bottle of this handy, and it's especially good to use when you're having a bad moment, whether you're crying or you're really nervous about something and you just take a little bit. You can also even put this in a essential oil diffuser and inhale it, okay? I give this to dogs, to little kids with anger management issues, and people of all ages. From that same company, we have one called Relaxtone, and this is more when you're having physical reactions to stress, right? When you're literally having muscle spasms and muscle tension, clenching your jaw, you're getting pain in your neck and shoulders and scalp from being stressed, you're getting a headache. So Relaxtone is a homeopathic remedy for, it says on the bottle, stress, muscle tension, nervousness, and sleeplessness. So I actually also give this to one of my dogs who has a history of trauma. The next one that I use a lot of is, again, this is not from Standard Process and it's not on my website, but if you're interested in it, we can send it to you. It's called RR for acute stress, and it's a homeopathic formula. And on the bottle, it says for relief of muscle and joint aches, mental anxiety, grief, and to assist the body system's natural efforts to return to homeostasis or balance. There's a lot of good stuff in there. There's homeopathic chamomile and passion flower, and everything in here is to help calm and relax. And for this one, you just take a capful. Yeah, so I'm going to be really relaxed by the end of this video. Okay, next are a couple of herbal preparations, and these are from MediHerb, which is the herbal subsidiary of Standard Process. Should be able to get these on my website. I think most of the MediHerb formulas are there. So this one is valerian complex. And valerian is an herb that relaxes you and calms you down. There's also some passion flower in here and something called jujube seed. And the jujube seed actually helps with high blood pressure too. So just in case that is a component of your stress response, this would be a great thing for you to try valerian complex. And then this one is called Kava Forte. And this is a combination of 4 different herbs that are great for relaxation. And I often take this before sleep as well. You have skullcap, St. John's wort, schisandra, and saffron. So all of those are good for relaxing. They're good for anxiety and depression. And also for adrenal support. And then last, I use essential oils a lot to help with stress. So I use Young Living. It doesn't matter what company, as long as you're using a good company. There's a lot of good essential oil companies out there This is not the only one. This is just the one that I use. And this particular one is called Stress Away. And it's a combination oil of all different oils that are relaxing. There's cedar wood in there and lavender, and I think vanilla. They also have one called Peace and Calming. So essential oils, there's so many essential oils that can help you relax and manage your symptoms until you're doing better. So those things are not going to cure you, right? But they would just help in the interim when you're having a bad moment. The other thing, the last thing I just want to mention here is using breathing exercises to help manage stress and anxiety, because when you deep breathe, you give your body a signal that everything is okay. When you take deep breaths, you're sending your body a signal that it's relaxed. Okay, so deep breathing through your nose. You do that 3 times. And just that one deep breath I took, I already felt more relaxed. Plus I took all those supplements just now, but I do this every day. I really understand the power of using breathing to stay calm and relaxed. What I would recommend that you do is go on, the platform of your choice and find some videos on breathing exercises or something called progressive relaxation, which is a way of using your breath and your attention to your body and your muscles to try to relax everything. And you can literally train yourself to calm down when you're in the middle of a stress response. You can train yourself to stop clenching your jaw if that's what's happening. Okay, so you can take full control of it on your own. You can learn how to relax. I know I'm not trying to make it sound easy, but you can, even when stuff is still bad in your life, even when life is difficult, you can train your body to relax and calm down. You can also listen to specific types of music that are designed for helping you to calm down. It's, specific frequencies. You can find this, you can find videos of that as well. And I recommend that you do all of these things to help yourself to feel better. So I hope this was helpful. Once again, if you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, please do it now. It'll make me so happy to see you join my group, and then hit like if you like the video so that other people can more easily find it. And lastly, don't forget to send this to all of the stressed out people in your life that you care about. And I will be seeing you again very soon, hopefully when you're calmer.